All right, so I'm measuring a 1-inch border on 18-inch by 18-inch square black paper to use for the mounting for your pre-assessment element and principle study. So I'm now finishing off a 1-inch border that goes all the way around. Notice that I've made 3 different markings, 1 inch in, because I'm working with a 12-inch ruler, not an 18-inch ruler. One way to make sure that you don't make marks that you don't have to end up erasing is to align your ruler with the edge and stop drawing when you get to the 1 inch. So this is a change from the rubric. The rubric said you needed a 2-inch border and a 1/2-inch interior border. So our paper only comes 18-inch in width. So we couldn't get any bigger than that. So we had to adapt. So that's what we're doing. I've got my grids aligned and I've sorted them into A1, A2, and A3, B1, 2, and 3, but I'm going to put those to the side. You'll see why in a minute. And C1, C2, and C3. This is the way I start. I start with the 4 corners. Make sure they're aligned appropriately so that you get your correct design. What you want to do is you want to make sure that the edges are glued correctly in the 4 corners. So you tack that down using the line that you drew. You're putting enough glue to hold paper to paper, not an elephant to paper, so please do not over glue. Don't put your glue closer than like a 1/4 inch or so to the line because it'll squish out when you press down, and that looks ugly. All right, with these in place, we can now start to position the remaining 4. So that's C2, A2, B1, and B3. As long as you equalize the gap between them, and you can measure it, but a lot of you guys are going to be able to eyeball and equalize the space, then you should be able to get all of these where they belong. And you do the exact same process. You tack them down just on the edge that you know is right, which is the line that you've already drawn, measuring or eyeballing to make sure that it's equally distant. I did tell you to check to make sure the design was right, but you should do that too. The last thing you're going to do is you're going to give yourself a little X in the middle, and this will allow you, while the glue's wet, to check the alignment with the one below it, the one above it, the one beside it, and make sure it's where it's sweet. This is a tacking. Then you go back and you put a little bit under each corner for all the ones that are still exposed and press them down, and then you will have a neatly designed, well-mounted final piece ready for turning in.